Hello. Uh, in today's video, I'm going to be showing a minecart unloader that is a double dropper system, so it gets rid of double the items in less of a quicker speed, and not to mention it is a tileable design. The reason why I mentioned that at the beginning of the video is because there's not a lot of tileable designs that are a double dropper in Bedrock Minecraft. There's very few. Normally you get a lot of single slice designs that are double speed, but I've managed to design one that is tileable and is double speed, so I'm quite happy with it, and I will be showing it in today's video in this showcase. I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on this. In this video I'm just going to be showcasing it and explaining how it works. If you like it and stuff, that does not mean I will not go back and do a tutorial with it. If people want me to, I will do. But this video is not a tutorial, but I will go through it slow enough where you probably can rebuild this yourself, and I will also give you an opportunity to pause the video and take a screenshot or take a photo, or pause the video and design it yourself or copy it yourself within this video. Another thing that I want to mention quickly is that this is a Bedrock minecart unloader. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is a Bedrock edition minecart unloader, and the reason why I emphasize that is I feel as if there's a lot of misguidance within the Minecraft community whenever it comes to farms, whenever it comes to technical stuff like storage systems, and especially whenever it comes to things like minecart unloaders, anything redstone orientated or mechanics orientated. There is a massive difference between Java and Bedrock, and I feel as if people fail to mention the difference. So this is solely for Bedrock, but I do not want to turn around and give Java players misguided information. That is why I'm saying this. This might work, this might not work. You might have to change one or two things, I don't know. I'm not a Bedrock player myself. As you can see, my inventory and loadout screams console, so that is exactly what I'm playing on. So bear that in mind. You can go ahead and try this out for yourself. If it doesn't work, if you're a Java player and you build this and it doesn't work, I do apologize. It's not exactly as if you're stuck for choice. I'm sure you will be able to find another unloader out there, but for the sake of me mentioning this, this is for Bedrock. I know this works on Bedrock for a fact, so I just wanted to briefly say that before I go any further. Anyway, let's proceed to get into the showcase. Firstly, get out of here. Thank you. This is a storage system. You can build whatever storage system you want. I might as well have put fire here, because all this is demonstrating is where you would get the items out and send it to your collection system. So this, you can build whatever the hell you want here. But this is it. This is the minecart unloader design. It's very simple and basic, but the reason why I'm doing a showcase on it is not too many things are like this on Bedrock. So the first thing that happens is items will drop on this here floor. You could have a farm here where mobs are falling to their death. You could have a bamboo farm. It could be whatever. I just put the magma blocks here to represent where mobs would fall to their death. You could do a 5x5 trident killer, a 3x3 trident killer. This design would work perfectly fine for those. The only design it would not work for is a 2x2 trident killer. It is too small of an area for this redstone. The only way that you'd be able to get a 2x2 trident killer working is if you were to have it somewhere way out where the minecart travels and then brings it back. You would not be able to build it over there. That is too close. You'd need to build it somewhere here or out a bit further. But first of all, the items would fall here, where they'd be collected by these guys, where they are distributed to this here hopper line, which offloads items into this here dropper. That is the first stage of what happens. As you can see, there are items in this dropper. But items will be distributed to this here dropper, which is the first stage. The second stage is the minecart will continue its journey, where it will put an item into this here dropper. This is the activation stage, where it will put an item into, not dropper, hopper, where it will put an item into this here hopper, where it will, this comparator will power, depowering this torch, depowering this repeater, which will depower this block, causing these here to powered rails to depower, which will keep the minecart in place, allowing the items to funnel through this here hopper. I do want to emphasize something quickly: do not put another hopper there. That will not work. It will break the system. Don't do it, okay? I just want to briefly mention that. Do not do it. Do not put another hopper there funneling into that or funneling into anywhere. It will never work. So just trust me on it. Don't do it. Anyway, so that's the first stage of activation. What will happen then is the items will continue its journey down into this dropper, where it will go to which this comparator will detect that, which will say once it hits a certain signal strength because of the items in it, it will send a signal extending this piston, causing this clock to go face to face, which will power this block, creating a flicker, where this here block here will get powered, which will cause this dropper to activate, shooting items into the water stream. Now underneath, as I said, this torch will flicker. We're using observers to detect that, which will detect that, extending the signal down, which will power that block, causing this torch to flicker. Can you go away? Thank you. Be gone. Which will cause this repeater to flicker, powering this block, causing this torch to flicker, and you guessed it, it will power this block, causing this torch to flicker, powering this block, which will give you that secondary fire. It's important to note, once this one fires, which is how you get that double speed activation. And the reason why this is quick is because, as you can see, it's one big long tileable tube. So that is about it. As I said, I will give you an opportunity to take a screenshot of the actual system itself. So let me go ahead and I will go down. You can take a screenshot of the bottom. You can take a screenshot of the whole middle bit. And I will align myself where you will be able to take a screenshot of most of the redstone. Keep in mind the torch there and the torch there goes the whole way along. And I will give you an opportunity to take another one from this side. And hopefully that is enough for you. Now, to demonstrate how this works, I have put some barrels on top with a random number of items inside of each of them. 1 second. Anyway, as I was saying, with a random number of items inside of each of them, I do want to specify two things. One, the number of items in each of these barrels has no meaning whatsoever. I know you're thinking 3 stacks, that's probably got something to do with it. No, I was just too lazy to fill them. I have done multiple tests where this thing has 2 layers of barrels like this that are completely full with blocks, and I have not lost 1 item at all. So I do keep that in mind. Secondly, if you see some items sitting on your floor and it's not gone instant, do not panic. That is perfectly fine. Keep in mind, you're never going to have 100,000 items sitting on your floor at one time. Even if you have a 96k drop farm or a 100k drop farm, it will come down in like a couple hundreds or a couple thousand drops every minute or every couple seconds. So keep in mind, you're never ever going to have a big massive wad of items sitting on your floor at once. So this year test in general is a pretty over the top test and is not necessary, but just to show you that it can keep up with the demand, I'm just going to go ahead and break each of these barrels. And as you can see, that's already a good 90% of the items are gone, as you can see. And what is happening is the minecarts are stopped, and you can see the items that are in them. The minecarts are stopped, and they are offloading items into this here hopper, where the items are being shot out of the system by the droppers into your storage, whatever the hell it is that you're wanting to put there. And this is how you're getting that double firing speed. As you can see, you're getting this where items are being shot out left and right, left and right, left and right. And as you can see, you're getting that double speed on the actual design. You can also not include this if you want, and you can have only single speed, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would definitely go for the double speed. 110% I would recommend going for the double speed. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And as you can see, there's only a handful of items left on there, which is probably about to be gone in the next couple of seconds, because one of these ones is going to start moving soon, which will be that one there. And as you can see, it's gone. I'm just going to go ahead and actually chuck that into there. And yeah, that's all your items picked up. As all your items, as you can see, have completely backlogged this here area, and I've completely went over the top. Now keep in mind, another thing I'm going to mention, if you see an observer sitting down like this, like where the rest aren't, that just means it has items in it, and once it is empty, it will lift itself back up again. Don't worry, it's not broken. I know it can look dead sketch, but it's not broken. That's perfectly fine and normal. I am just going to go ahead actually and chuck all of this into the actual system by hand, because I cannot be bothered having hopper lag. There's crafting tables in this because I tested it with crafting tables before, and look, there you go, there's more blocks. So that is quite a significant number of items in just a couple seconds, or maybe a minute. So I hope you actually find this here informative, and I hope you actually take some inspiration from it. I hope the screenshots come in handy. If you want a block by block tutorial on something like this, I have another version of this that is a little bit more complicated. So if you want a tutorial on that, I will say the little bit more complicated version is for a shulker loader and a shulker unloader. So you partner the minecart unloader with the shulker unloader and shulker loader. So bear that in mind. So it's a little bit more complicated with those. So if you're not familiar with the shulker unloading mechanics and the shulker loading mechanics, then familiarize yourself with it, and I will do a tutorial on it if that's what people want. If you just want a tutorial on this here design that's block by block, I will give you a block by block tutorial on this here design. Just comment on it and I will do it. But just for now, it's a showcase, just showing you what is possible on Bedrock whenever it comes to minecart unloaders, because I feel as if people don't cover these a lot. So I hope you find it informative.